The middle of the night is always the worst. You know, when everyone's fast asleep, the house is silent except for the occasional creak or groan, and that's when it starts. My husband and I were in our bedroom fast asleep when we heard it. At first it was very faint, just a barely audible giggle. Then it started to get louder. We both sat up in bed, wide-eyed and listening intently. Giggle, giggle, giggle. It sounded like a small child laughing right outside our bedroom door. I was 27 weeks pregnant with my first child, a baby boy we were going to name Oliver. It read November, which meant only one thing. Today was the anniversary of the day we lost our baby boy, Oliver. There was nothing we could have done to save him. We don't hear his laughter very often, maybe once a year, maybe twice if we're lucky. But when we do, it's the sweetest sound we could ever hope to hear. Because to us, it means that our baby boy is watching over us, letting us know that he's okay, that he's happy. And that makes all the difference. Nothing had been amiss during my pregnancy. I hadn't felt any signs of distress or pain. One moment I was happily anticipating the birth of my son. The next moment I was holding his tiny, cold body in my arms, saying goodbye. Exactly 1 year ago, our son, our firstborn, had been stillborn. As we got closer, the giggles got louder. They were coming from the nursery. There in the rocking chair, the cushions slightly moving, like someone had just gotten up from it. A pacifier lying on the floor, the mobile above the crib gently swaying, as if something had brushed against it. But there was nothing there. As we entered the nursery, the giggling abruptly stopped. My husband and I looked at each other, then slowly got out of bed and walked towards the door. It was only when we turned off the light that we saw it. My husband and I stood there frozen, staring at the rocking chair, unsure of what to do or say. He was fast asleep in his bassinet. We checked the baby monitor, but it wasn't the baby. The nursery was still, the rocking chair motionless, the mobile still. My husband and I stayed in the doorway for a long moment, listening intently. Then we heard it again. A soft, barely audible giggle, followed by another one and then another. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Then, as if it had all been a bad dream, everything went silent. It was then that my husband and I noticed the calendar on the wall. All the nurses and doctors could say was that sometimes during pregnancy, for no apparent reason, the baby just stops growing. And now, every year on his death anniversary, he comes to visit us, or so we like to think.